Turn a little bit for the sunlight. Look at that. Beautiful praying mantis. Very large eyes. Most of your mantid species, they are nocturnal. You get a lot of them that are diurnal as well. Just judging from the eye size on this one, I'd say probably a more nocturnal species. It's quite light, sort of a pale green color. Long antennae as always. You can see the long feelers as we call them sometimes. And this one is out hunting. Like I'm driving a large Land Rover, I'll go catch insects. Praying mantids eat mainly other insects. They eat all kinds of smaller things, moths, bees, flies. Hello. Wow, it's looking right at me. Hello. What's up? Amazing face. Might attack me. Look at that. Oh, look at that. It attacked me. That was very interesting. I was literally looking at it in the eyes and then started to jump up there.
Your shoes and that would be good.
Maybe looking for some insects in the grass there on top of my head. Crazy. Here we go. Come. Flew away. Praying mantid. Or praying mantis. Spider, but it's just got such a beautiful web. Yeah. My finger just behind it to start off with. Yeah. Give an idea of how big it is. It's busy eating a. Just turn that down. Busy eating a very small insect at the moment. Yeah. Very light spider as well. It's got very little coloration in it, which is why it's glowing like that. We're looking at it right, sort of with the sun behind it. Or shall we say we're looking at it with the sun coming through it. I think this is one of the things I really enjoy about this way of game drive. And in some ways, it's opened up new worlds for me as well. Something that with conventional guiding, you get to experience, but never to this level, is that at this moment we're all immersed inside this little world. Perfect web. Amazing little insect. Spider or arachnid to be more specific. A lot of people tend to have some uncomfortable feelings around these little animals, but they're amazing, just like all other animals and creatures in the world. They've got their own way of surviving and coping with life. And there's a lot of very interesting things about spiders. We'll talk about more and more of them over time, but one of those things are those webs. I mean, just look at that amazing shape of the web. Apart from that hole in the bottom, obviously that's from where the insect flew into it. But it's actually something that comes totally 100% instinctive for spiders. So even a baby spider, first time it starts spinning away, it builds a perfect web. And they build that mainly by touch and by the sense of tension. So they make their first top line and then they instinctively feel where to drop the next line, and from that they get the tension and the texture of the web, and they make the next one and they build a perfect web every time. Try and Look at those reflections as well on the web. Amazing web, look at that. Now that's the benefit of looking into the sun like that, is each little strand is glistening. The spider is still busy closing up that little insect carcass as well. Now another thing that's interesting about the web is they can produce different kinds of web. They can produce dry web or non-sticky webs, and then they can produce sticky webs. Now typically in this case, what this little spider is doing is covering up that small insect, and then they make all sort of different fabric almost as well. This would also be from the web, but it will be almost like a sheet web, and that's normally dry, and they wrap that little insect up almost like a straitjacket. That means that they can eat it later as well, and also normally they inject it with some venom so that the insect inside its exoskeleton, inside that shell that's holding the insect together, if you want, it starts breaking up the cell tissue, and the spider can in that way digest it. So it's almost like an external digestive system. Interesting little world, all these smaller worlds around us. I think we're going to move on just to give you a perspective of size again. Look at that.
You can see it's real color as well. You do that.
There you go. Try and block some of the sunlight out. That is tiny. Let's continue. See that little, looks like a little dead branch just up from the spider's legs there, which is a little bit far for me to point out. Do you see what I mean? It looks like a little dead stick. There we go. It's actually a caterpillar, and they mimic little sticks, and that spider hasn't noticed it yet. And again, it's not the most likely thing for the spider to eat, just because caterpillars don't fly around and fall into the web. But if it moves, the spider will become aware of it and potentially be food. This is where camouflage is a very important handy thing. Okay, just before we move on, signal up, please just letting us know, but we need to quickly look at the clutch. I just need to put something in there, and we'll be going again within minutes. We'll see you back here very shortly.